Man, he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, and there he is. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last word, Mr. Joe Hendry. Oh, we got to give you an applause after last night. Sir, we know it's late. Thanks for joining us. My man, we talk about you all the time. What an emotional big night for you. You're the TNA World Champion. How big of a night was it for you, sir?
It was huge. I just want to say thank you from switching to the four squares here because this belt was too big for the space that you had for me on the screen there. This feels pretty good. TNA World Champ. Sounds good, right?
It does. It does. Gabby, what do you got?
So we were just talking, Joe. It's good to see you again. You were just on my show like 6 months ago. I don't know if you remember. It was
We had a great conversation. Of course,
really
I remember.
deep conversation. We really got into it. We did manifest you winning the title. I don't want to say I put it out there and manifested it, so you're welcome. But
you want to imply it though. But go ahead.
Yes, you know how I work. And you mentioned the whole story about that amazing story of you having that phone conversation with John Cena, which you brought up again today, and you've been talking about it. And that's the talk of the town today, is that you've called out John Cena, which we knew was going to happen. So I know why it makes sense clearly, and you want him to cross over to TNA. You want to have that moment. But I think people don't realize how emotionally invested you are in this. So talk about how that moment will be for you, meaning what it would mean for you in this full circle moment, considering you were on that phone with him so young and what he means to you in your career.
Well, I just think it's an incredible story. So many things happen in wrestling that you could not sit down and write the drama that the real life aspects of wrestling provide. To give you an example, the arena that we wrestled in last night at the Curtis Culwell Center in Texas, that was the first venue that I ever wrestled at in America after the world got shut down. And I was there without a contract, it was very much a tryout, didn't know where I was going to go, had decisions to make. And then that's the venue. You come back and you win the world title. You can't write this stuff. You also can't write the fact that John Cena was the first pro wrestler I ever spoke to when I was 15 years old. And so what an honor it would be to share the ring with someone, he's on my Mount Rushmore, one of the greats, carried the business at a time when it was a very difficult thing to do. All the respect in the world, but I got to tell you this. John, look at this belt. Are you telling me John Cena wouldn't be excited about going for this?
It's blinding.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
It blinds me. It hurts my eyes.
Real quick, Tommy, I know you got one, then Gabby, you got another one. Go ahead, Tommy.
So congratulations on being the champ. And we all know social media has really taken over the world. How's it made you where you are today in the world of social media? And you jumped on it right away. How's that worked for you?
Well, my viewpoint is you have to provide value. You got to be entertaining, and I very much follow the Chael Sonnen methodology when it comes to promoting yourself on the way to a championship or being the champion. It's like, what is the most value, the most thought-provoking, interesting things that I can throw out there? How can you do that? Like this morning, I did one little interview where I mentioned that, and then here we are talking about it's the talk of the town. That's your job when you're the champion, is to create hype for the company that you're in. And I don't know if you've seen right now, but the crowds that we are getting at TNA Wrestling are unbelievable. Go look at the footage from last night. Look at the photos. We are filling arenas up and down the country. I'm telling you, TNA is a hot product, and we are going to the moon in 2025.
Man, you see, you're crushing it as the champion. You don't even realize that answer was the perfect answer for a TNA champion. So I knew this was going to happen for you. I'm really excited. Another thing that we talked about when you happened to be on my podcast 6 months ago was that you had taken a little bit of time away from, you had an opportunity to go on like tour for your music, and you didn't do it because you wanted to focus on your wrestling, which seems to pay off for you because look at where you are right now. But now that you're champion, are we going to see a new single? Are you working on like a championship song or something, and it's going to be collabed with someone? I mean, you're the champion now. You can get whoever you want.
That's a great point. I think it might be time to put out an album, in fact. So I'm actually building. I'm building a recording studio right now in Scotland so that I can use when I'm not on the road. But yeah, you're definitely going to see new music from me this year. I got a concert coming up on the Jericho Cruise on February 2nd. I'll be there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, you will definitely see a mixture of live performances. But I will tell you, when you're the champ, the priority is you got a target on your back, and even to getting there is one thing, but to stay there is much more difficult. So my goal is always to be the most improved wrestler of the year. And if you're the most improved wrestler a couple of years in a row, pretty soon you win a world championship. But now this is where the challenge really begins. I'm calling out some big names, some huge names. I'm really excited for what this title run is going to mean to me. I mean to TNA and the professional wrestling business. And I'm excited. I feel like I have a real opportunity, and something that I've been doing is trying to bring as much value that I can to TNA, to the professional wrestling business, mixing things up. Let's get people talking about the TNA World Championship.
Well, you say the word opportunity, and we just announced TNA with a partnership with WWE. I mean, there couldn't be a better time. The next big event, which I was in 2 of these, by the way, Joe, is the Royal Rumble match. Are we going to see a big boy? Royal Rumble? Oh, he can't even talk about it. You can't even talk about the Royal Rumble.
I got to be honest, and this, I'm being serious. The internet is not great here, so I didn't get all of that. But I heard you say you can't even talk about something. I can always talk, my friend. You can ask. I can choose not to answer. I did not actually hear the question, but I'm going to assume that you were asking me about a specific event. And here's
Royal
the thing.
Rumble.
This is what. Yes, this is what I'll say. I had a wonderful experience at WWE. I have only good things to say about this. Can you imagine getting to work with Terry Taylor every day, getting to learn from Shawn Michaels on a daily basis, and now TNA and WWE are working together? This is an amazing thing for the professional wrestling business, and we're in an era, Coach, you know it, anything is possible in the world of professional wrestling. If you've been in 2 Royal Rumbles, I mean, come on.
I won't even take offense to that.
anything is possible, but ultimately here's the difference. Before, hey, I was a wrestler, but now I'm the TNA champion, so I have a duty to do what's best for TNA wrestling. So hey, if TNA pick up the phone and they tell me you got to go, it doesn't matter where they tell me to go. TNA management tell me to go, I'm going to go, and wherever it is, I'll represent the company well.
Literally changing the game. Joe Hendry, thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to have you back when we have a little bit longer, but brother, congratulations. You are changing the game, and we are big fans here at BTT. All right, man? We'll see you very soon. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend and coach. I just want to say this is very cool for me as well. I really enjoyed watching your segments, with The Rock back in the day. I enjoyed your work, so I was very happy to come on the show. Gabby, it's great to see you. And thank you, Tommy, as well. Great to chat to everybody. I really appreciate the support, and thank you to your viewers and listeners for making wrestling fun. We appreciate it. So thank you for having me on.